everybody. Sorry about the delay. Alright, let's go ahead and get it popping. Start streaming here on TikTok. What's up, what's up, what's up? Alright, what's good, everybody? Good evening. What's up? What's up? Just pulling up the chats right now so that way I can see you guys' questions. We'll get right to it. How's it going, everybody? A few minutes here, around 9:30. We'll go ahead and get started. Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? Yo, yo. What's up? Yo, what's up, Jose? Gonna go ahead and alert everybody in live. 8:30, we got one more minute. We'll go ahead and get it started. Got my coffee. Really tired. Just woke up a little early this morning, so you can see my face. All right. Yeah, definitely. Just give me 1 second. Snowby, you didn't hear me, dude. We've been in. I might drop a mixtape, dude. Watch out. Oh my gosh. All right, man. So let's get it started. Let's go over our major news. Just go over the major ETFs. We'll go over a few of today's. No, I'm exhausted. I need my glasses though. There we go. What's up? Shit, I might drop an album. Who knows? Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get started with the news, or at least recapping major ETFs as well. So some of the top movers, I know some of you guys caught them in the chat. Life moved up 67%, ATER 52.4%. We also saw natural gases moving up as well. All four major indexes closed positive, with the Dow leading the way. Energy rallied today, proving that it isn't completely dead. XLE electrified 2.9%. We saw a bunch of Marathon Oil, Valerio, Occidental Petroleum all up around an average of 6%. So we also saw most of our major cryptos, Bitcoin 2.5%, Ethereum 3.7% losses. as well as ADA with a 5.7% loss after releasing a big update. We also saw Litecoin with fake press. It was kind of crazy. They shot up that they would be offering payments via Walmart. That was later found to be untrue. And yeah, I do. Yeah, I have one. And yeah, I lost my train. Okay, so check. Okay, so anyway, ITMR also moved up 46.50% today after it was announced the medical company will be brought out by ZOLL Medical for $538 million. So overall, had some random busters. S&P up 2.3% today. NASDAQ down 0.07%. Russell up 0.59%. And the Dow Jones actually recovering pretty well, up 0.76%. A lot of those airlines running as well. Good evening. What's up, everybody? Update iPhones and iMacs. Horrible new security flaw discovered. Sweet. It's another gym. Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I was just listening to it or reading your message. Okay. Anyway, so Democrats have officially disclosed the details on the proposed tax increase, despite the Republicans' anticipated unanimous opposition of the proposal. Here are some few key tax details that I think are pretty important going forward. Tax corporations, investors, high-income business owners will see boost. The corporate tax will increase 5.5% to 26.5%, up from the Trump era 21%. A 3 percentage point surtax will be enforced by any American with an income over $5 million. Capital gains taxes will also be increased. Individuals see tax hikes as incomes exceed $400,000. The proposal aims to collect more than $1 trillion in order to expand Medicare, increase renewable energy tax breaks, and to create a national paid leave program. The tax shakeup will fund a $3.5 trillion anti-poverty, healthcare, and climate plan. According to Duke Law professor Lawrence Zelenak, tax changes will make the income tax system redistributive. Zelenak claims it's using the income tax to take money from only half the population, using it to distribute money to half the population. Sans Republican supporter Democrats intend to use the tax boost to fund family and medical leave, subsidize health care, and further expand college tax credits. So it's pretty interesting stuff there. Let's see, that's about it for me as far as the top news. All right, uranium. So uranium stocks have been the highest that they've been in more than a decade. That's thanks to eager buyers and a global shortage. In the last 5 days, global X uranium ETF has risen 10.5%. Yeah, as long as you can. Yeah, exactly. Has risen 10.5%. Three of the largest ETFs, NextGen Energy, Cameo Corp, and Denison Mines, have benefited from the shortage in uranium, which has forced prices north. To make matters worse, one eager buyer purchased a stockpile of the commodity. Sprott Uranium, Physical Uranium Trust, has acquired millions of pounds worth of uranium, according to Morgan Stanley analyst. Damn, I need to call them right now. Get in on that. So URA is up 75% year to date, making it one of the best performing ETFs on the market this year. Tom. That's funny. All right, there you go. Appreciate those likes. That's sweet. Those of you who've been in you with me, that's been a fun stock to watch. Okay. Other than that, I think I'm pretty good covering the news. So we'll go ahead and get started with everything else. Yeah, I know, which it could be mean profit taking. So, all right. So let's go over today's plays. A few of today's plays, anyway. Let's see where we at. And then we'll go ahead and cover yours. Alright, so of course we played Crapple. We had a lot of the predictions, a lot of plays that we talked about yesterday. Roku dump. We talked about that one on Sunday and this morning. That one did exactly. In fact, it hit that 314 price target. I do think that we will see 305 if it continues in this downtrend, but like Nvidia and some other stocks, it's likely to see a bounce. So let me go in full screen here. So Roku, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So it's a little too early to tell, but what I'm starting to think is that we may end up seeing a correction if we do end up holding above the $300 level. This does look like it's a falling wedge, and granted, this is also well above its daily support, or well below, excuse me, its daily support at the moment. So I have this bottom support marked around 302.35, which I'm thinking 305, 302, that range there, if we do finally go and see one last bounce. But like I told you guys today, nothing is a straight line. Usually we like to go retest that 9-day moving average on Roku on that higher time frame. So don't be surprised if we do see some sort of retest going into tomorrow. I'm looking for a 50-day EMA retest tomorrow. So if we do end up getting a gap up, we may end up seeing that 50-day EMA retest 330. That's if we have enough volume, and if, like I said today and over this weekend, September is historically a doo-doo month, and a lot of people take vacations away from the market because I showed you guys that earnings doesn't pick up until around the second week of October. We don't have a ton of extremely exciting economic data, so once stocks make their move, a lot of times they'll kind of stay in range until they tap those resistances. So a lot of chopping is what I'm trying to say here. So can I go over the Nvidia play? Yes, I am absolutely going to go over that one. So we'll start with that one as well. So my logic this morning, especially with the way that Nvidia moved, I also saw an SMH golden sweep, as far as that means that it's over $1 million in puts. So let me make sure you write that down really quick. So with the play today, so break of pre-market lows, right? I'm not quite sure what your guys' fill was, but and there was several different fills this morning. Can you go look at PLTR? Didn't break that 2750, and looks like it may stay in the channel back down to 21. Yeah, we'll check out Apple as well. So this one broke that pre-market high or pre-market low. Also broke the previous day's low right here, just in one solid single candle. If you go out to the higher time frame on Nvidia, you'll notice that it is kind of in this channel on that higher time frame. Let me delete these lines over here. So anyway, we got the Nvidia in this channel. I was looking for a break of this support. So after it had pulled back, really strong rejection here, I was looking to take it at the break of this support for a return down to this channel bottom. And that's pretty much what we got. So we got that break right here, and it was actually on the the 5, you'll notice that there is just a little bit of spring up. So that's kind of what I was looking for there. Now, one of my rules of thumb as far as like taking something long, especially with test of resistance, is I'm looking for usually 3 taps of support or 3 taps of resistance. And looking at that really, really strong rejection here, I was kind of expecting to see this channel support get broken. So I was watching NVIDIA to pull back from these lows. But as we said today, anything that drops that hard, breaks that kind of support right there, it's highly likely that you're going to see some sort of accumulation until you finally break down. So that was kind of what my rationale in there. And then going back, if you guys remember, we tried to enter a potential swing position, which was green. We ended up cutting it for no loss, or I think $10 loss, something like that. The reason why I cut that trade and it cut it right here is because it went for the 3rd touch of that support, and these candles got weak, volume was low, it didn't have what it took. You're good. Oh, I guess. Hold on a second. Do you want me to move it? Here, 1 second. Alright, just a second. Oof. I don't like that's right in my face, but whatever. Alright. So anyway, the exit on NVIDIA for that potential swing came here. This was a falling wedge, pretty obvious reversal pattern, and it ended up chopping in this, breaking up above. So we'll look to take this one short on the next rejection, but for the meantime, we'll kind of keep an eye on it for now. So that was the NVIDIA. With Apple, the rationale here was pretty clear. We had a gap up. We're looking to take it for the entirety of the gap fill, but I told you guys that I was going to trim at 149. That 149 was going to be a relatively strong support. We did finally go and make our way down for the entirety of that gap fill to happen. And it was kind of just like a play-by-play. We had like a stupid 1 minute falling wedge out of this channel. So I took it off of this, took it down to these lows, 149, and I got out of that trade because the price action today was bonkers. And so you saw that nice pop right there. That's where we were out of that trade before we had that pop. And then the rest of the gap ended up filling. But regardless, that was a scalp this morning on Crapple. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It's as far as getting the entirety of the gap fill, I'm pretty pleased with the way that play went this morning. It was well over a 40% play. So, and then on top of that, you have Roku, which was I think over 100% play for those who took it. AMC. All right. So anyway, that's just what I look for. One of my favorite things to play are gap fills. One of the triggers that I look for too on a lower time frame, even if it's the one for those of you who are scalpers, even if it's for the one minute time frame, is I'm looking for crossovers like this or the stock to pull back underneath like a bullish moving average. So here, this is an obvious rejection off of that 151.25. Below that 9-day moving average there, I know that I'm able to take it once the candle opens. And that's what we talk about, is letting the candle close sometimes when you get near these moving averages in order to get an idea of where you're going to be heading there. And so we rode that entire wave down. No, I do not. Not think so. No, I did not. I'm sorry. Are you in Fiverr? We have some people who are, I think, in Fiverr. I haven't checked it out. You got thoughts on AEI, Tom? Or do I look like? Are you saying I look like MySpace but Tom? Because that's awesome. Thanks. All right. So anyway, that's Apple, guys. Pretty simple play on Apple. We also had. I'm not sure. Sorry, 1 second. Let me go check something really quickly. So we had the plays on. I'm trying to go to my order fill. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Apple, Nvidia. Yeah, so we ended up selling that for no loss. So that was pretty much it for as far as today's plays. We did try and grab a TCAT fill. This one based off just based off of NFTs running. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. But anyway, this one ended up not holding up, and that one was another cut for a minimal loss. So not a very exciting day. That's pretty much it. So, all right. What else can I answer for you, or what tickers can I look at for you guys? I'm gonna go over my watch list in the morning, guys. There's no use in me going over levels and stuff like that until the open. I'm up at 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning. To do exactly that, to go over levels and stuff like that. So, a few stocks that I had from last night that we had some. Let's see, what was it? Starbucks. I need to go look at that one really quick. So we have, if you guys want to go ahead and drop your request. So I see somebody's asking for Tesla and Oracle. All right. that was Quinn. So we'll just go ahead and start with Tesla. Starbucks is not very exciting. So I have to admit, Tesla today was absolutely, that was crazy. So we're going to go down here to the hourly and kind of get a better look at what happened here. So this channel, pretty clean, nice and clean right here that we've been trading in. We kind of spilled over, started trending to the downside. This is by definition a V-shaped recovery. It doesn't get really much cleaner than that as far as just completely reversing. So if you go up to the 4-hour time frame, you'll see that you have that bullish engulfment and this is also off of the 500-day HMA. And you'll notice, right? Look at this previous pullback, right? You climb back up above that HMA, kind of hurdle around it, and you pop off of it. So you get a nice, really strong pop off of that moving average there. Tomorrow, right? 745 is going to be that pivotal mark. Now, normally when this type of situation happens where we're inside of a channel, we fall below the channel, I'm looking for a simple retest of the actual channel's support now turned resistance. So for me, if you do break 745, I would expect somewhere around a $10 move, maybe 752, 754.75. So I would be watching for Tesla to retest that channel bottom. You can also go and set a couple different levels as well. So this was a level. There you go. So that's kind of what I'd be looking for there. But don't be surprised if you gap up or if you even open gap down, right? If you gap down, that's even more of a sentiment. So look at Tesla for a retest of that 9-day moving average. If we gap down to around 739.50, anywhere around there, that would actually be kind of preferable. You could end up making some sort of inverse head and shoulders type setup here. So if you do see a gap down, gap could get filled, and then you would likely go and tap that 750 level, and that would only be if you push above 745 with volume. So what the hell? I'm live now if you guys want to hit that link in the bio. All right. So we got Tesla, Oracle. Is that right? I should update my Apple services now. All right, I'll do that now, I think. All right, sorry about that. I just went and updated my phone. A lot of cybersecurity hacks, man. Okay, sorry about the delay. PXD XLE ran today. What's my take on the trend? I'll take a look at it. So I think you were asking about Oracle. So as far as Oracle is concerned, we actually took a little straddle at it. It hit 85.66. That's a previous support that we had on Oracle. Honestly, I would have to take a look at the earnings. I really can't answer that question without looking at the full earnings report and kind of digesting what it says. This is, I mean, looking at the wicks right here, it's obviously that they're probably going to end up pushing this down a little bit further. But yeah, that's some crazy price action. Anywhere below 85.50 and above 87.75, you're more than likely going to see some sort of retest. This is getting pretty squirrely. I would more than likely look at either go look at the fundamentals behind what the earnings. Go listen to the earnings report. Go look at their press release. That's kind of what I would do there in order to see like how investors might react to that news. So it missed, and the outlook was bad as well. Then I would imagine that Oracle is going to continue to push down just a little bit lower. So we're actually going to be watching that one. That was a swing that we took today. So Oracle is one that really I'm going to have to take a look at the earnings as well. But I'll be watching this one below 85.50 for sure. So do you guys have any questions? Be sure to stop me if you guys have any questions in the meantime. So sorry, just reading your message. Okay. So MRK was another one. All right, Merck Company. This one's been around forever. Merck down to 72. So I would imagine some sort of bounce, maybe a retest of 74, that 500-day HMA, as these EMAs go to cross down. But that is a pretty obvious support right there. So I would say a $72 retest. Jose, that's a whole video. I'll have to do one. All right, so let's go look at LegalZoom. All right, so I saw your question on LegalZoom. This is kind of what I'm seeing here. All right, so normally what I would like to see here is a total reversal and a breakout above 35.40. That's LegalZoom. For me, my stop loss right now is getting pretty close and right around the break below $34. And that's on the hourly chart. So our hourly closed below there, and I'll probably end up taking that to the downside. So. Okay. Damn, dude, this update is crazy on Apple. All right, y'all. What do we got next for request? We got RKLB. Quinn, is that FOLX? Yeah. Up there, you said hello, unless that was meant to say Fox, or FOLX. Is that a ticker? So Rocket Labs, currently, So I think that's what we talked about last time on Rocket Labs. Pullback 1440. That's where the 9-day moving average is. On your hourly, you're showing a little bit of weakness right here. So it does look like you might see a little bit of a retest of that downtrend. Here's your downtrend here as well. Not quite. So this is kind of what I would suspect here is you're probably going to get a retest of 1635, somewhere in that range, before you end up getting a rejection there. So yeah, it took some ibuprofen. My head is pounding right now. Jose, I appreciate that. Thanks, man. Okay, so anyway, with Rocket Labs, I would suspect, looking at that daily time frame, you're definitely gonna pull back to that 9, that previous breakout level there, kind of where you saw that first retest. The sentiment's probably gonna pull back as well. So honestly, this is one of those stocks that ran up on the strong sentiment. Anytime you have a stock run from $11 to $21, you got to have some breathing. So as long as you stay above that $14 mark, you might have a good chance to start pulling yourself back up. So, and watch for some sort of reversal pattern to happen out of this. So I'm not quite sure if it's there yet, but it does look like it might end up building some sort of reversal pattern. So at least on that lower time frame. PXD, Pioneer Natural Resources. Okay, so with this one, 1, 2, 3. So this is kind of that third touch of resistance. All right, so just keep this one simple. You have a gap below you. That gap is at 153.25. That's going to get filled around 151, maybe even around 151.18. Right now, you're going to want to push above 155.75, kind of bounce off of this 9-day moving average. So you see you're kind of snuggled up against it. It has bounced off of it in previous sessions. See riding it back here. So I look for a pop off of this. Now you do see that on the higher time frame that we did end up tapping that resistance, but yeah, so it does look like you might have one more push up to 160 or 159.85, but this is a bit. And looking at the daily, I guess I did pull that down a little bit too far. But looking at the daily, the overall trend, it looks like that wick right there is definitely off of resistance. So if you end up reversing tomorrow, watch for a pullback to 149.77. That's also a deviation channel, so our linear regression line where you split that in half. So you got that kind of pattern split in half. So you're going to want to stay above that to stay bullish. Below that, you're likely going to stay bearish. So how's our Oracle straddle? We'll find out more about that coin in the morning, but so far puts are a little bit more, might get more love, I think. Oracle's guidance is a joke. That's good. That's good. Jose, are you talking about the indicator, like a video on the indicators that I use? So CCJ, actually, wanted to bring that up. I noticed that that the gap got filled today. It gapped up, kind of gapped and crapped, pooped. I think that's what one of the dudes that I follow, Franz Trades, he calls it gap and crap. But this was just a little, it was very, very close to being a dark cloud cover where you gap up and lose 50% of the previous day's gain. So if this is a reversal candle at that 27.75 break, you will see 23.15, 23.10 in that range right there. You want to start to see a little bit of accumulation here, so maybe even some type of pullback flag, something forming up here as that 9-day moving average kind of creeps up, because you did have a nice strong push out of that 21.75. So looking at the hourly, so watch that price mark 24, break of 24, got 23.75 there as well, and then there's that level of 23.45. Oracle's guidance. The COVID pandemic has affected how we and our customers are operating our respective businesses, and duration and extent will impact our future results as operation remains uncertain. We might experience significant coding, manufacturing, or configuration errors in our cloud licensing or offering. It's our security measures for our products and services that are compromised as a result. Our data, our customers' data, and our IT systems are accessed improperly, made and available and improperly modified. Our products and services may be perceived as vulnerable. Our brand and reputation could be damaged. That's pretty crazy. That doesn't sound great. CCJ does look like it's going to go down below 24 though. All right, any other requests, guys? Short live tonight, no problem. Not a lot of people on tonight. I want to make sure that I answer your guys' questions though, so if you guys have any other questions, let me know and I'll get to them. Sorry, I'm a little groggy tonight, so. MDYG. Sorry if I've missed your... Did you already say that one? I hope I didn't miss it. Okay. MYDG. Wait, what? Is that right? Or YG. Excuse me. MDYG. There you go. Mid-cap growth. No shit. I don't know what this is, but thank you for bringing it to my attention. There's a lot of fucking ETFs. All right, so this is actually pretty bearish, in my opinion. So either A, you've got a double top here, right? So if you end up projecting here, mid caps might fall down to that 74. That this MYDG. I'm gonna add this to my. So below 78 bucks, that's kind of a double top in my opinion. So if that ends up being that double top of 80.35, that's a daily double top, and short positions on that one. So yeah, I would. It's if it breaks that range, like I said, 75 anywhere in there, then so. All right. Any other questions, guys? Any other stocks you want me to take a look at? Yeah. Pin. Bear flag right here. There's a downtrend there. Yeah. Yep. It's rejecting, first of all, it's rejecting that 85.25 there where it could have made the rounded bottom. So if it does end up closing below 75.50, this thing's likely, yeah, at a minimum down to 63.75 and then 60 bucks. But if it hits 60 bucks, it's going to 51, 52, somewhere in that range. So all right, guys. Well, we'll call it an early night. If you guys don't have any other tickers you want me to take a look at, let me know. Wow. Yeah, I'm thinking about grabbing like 135 puts, so on Apple and stuff like that for the long. So Nvidia too. All right, guys, y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go get some sleep. So appreciate you guys. See you in the morning. Peace.